My parents just asked me because they like the.
Just press and go. Yeah, I mean.
It's all good.
Test. Hey, what? I dropped him off with Shannon. Thanks for helping with the jersey.
I got the right ones. There were like 4 in the front, so
Grabbed them all?
no, I got 2. Dean goes, how am I going to carry 4 jerseys? You'll be fine.
Well, let's see what he looks like. Looks about right.
He came out and he said thank you. He was polite.
Okay, good.
I'm literally sitting over there. And
Oh,
everybody knows how to run the scoreboard. Very good. Kind of the Tom Brady. Did you have a dream? Good, bad, or ugly? Good, bad? I'm not calling it.
I'm not doing it.
I ain't doing it.
You're doing it.
How do you mute it? It's on.
Why?
phone's over, but my phone's so bad. And he always asks.
Welcome everybody here from West St. Paul Ice Arena. Johannes takes the draw, wins it back to B Nash. B Nash sends it up to West St. Paul, and they're dumping in for an ice. Johansson's going to take the draw. West St. Paul wins it back to number 8. He's going to skate it around all the way around the net. He's going to come up. Madigan's going to pressure. He's going to skate right around him. B Nash is going to get bodied, but they're going to send the puck away. Connor is going to skate up the ice. He's going to keep going. Shot on net. Whistle. Nice save by the West St. Paul goaltender there. We're going to have a line change out here. Bartleston takes the draw, wins back to Scott over to Anderson. And then Anderson passes out his zone. Dusty's got to win that puck race. He wins it. He makes the guy fall. Scott's going to chip it over the little guy. He's going to skate it up. He's going to pass it. He's going to hit Paxton. He's going to send it down. Scott's going to bring it for Dean. Dean's going to pop to the West St. Paul defense. He's going to pass it at Bartleston's going to pass it, try to dump it in. It's going to get passed back out by a West St. Paul defender. Dean's going to pass back to Scott. Up to Croucher. Croucher's gonna try and skate it in, gets stopped by a West St. Paul defender. West St. Paul. Croucher over to West St. Paul is going to take the outside, stopped by Eagan. Eagan passes it back to B-Nash. B-Nash is going to win the race to the puck. Over to Diedrich, up to Croucher. Croucher, they don't get the pass. They're going to take down Diedrich here. Up to Croucher. Croucher's going to try to stick handle through a guy. And he's going to dump the puck in. West St. Paul is going to skate it around. West St. Paul is going to skate around a couple of Eagan defenders. Up to B-Nash. Teams are skating, he's going to try to steal West St. Paul up. Who and Bartleson are going to battle for it. And we're going to have an ice here. Right on Antonio. Antonio should play that back in the puck. Brown's going to come get it. Scott's going to skate it up. Scott's going to try and beat a West St. Paul defender. He gets the puck stolen. Paxton's going to battle on the half wall. Pull the goal line for it now. Alright, West St. Paul's gonna skate it out. It's gonna. Bartleson's gonna steal from West St. Paul defender. Bartleson's gonna take a slap shot. Goes wide, it's on top of the net, and we're going to have a break in the play here. Alrighty, B-Nash from the point, he's going to take a shot. B-Nash is going to pinch up a little bit here. He's going to dump it back in. Back to B-Nash, sneaks out of the zone. B-Nash is going to throw it back in, and we're going to have offsides here. Johansson's going to take the draw here. Diedrich on the left, Pressure on the right, B-Nash and Morgan back. St. Paul's going to win the draw. They're going to come around over to Morgan. Morgan's going to throw it up to Johansson. And we're going to have a 3-on-2 rush here. Or a 4-on-3. Sorry. The puck's going to go out of play here. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have Bartleson. Bartleson wins or loses the draw. West St. Paul is gonna dump it in deep. Scott's gonna be the first one in the puck. He's trying to ring it to Dean, but Dean doesn't get there. Dean's gonna send it up to Paxton. Paxton's not gonna recover it. Braun's gonna pinch, shot a bit wide. Dean's gonna be there. Dean's gonna battle for the puck. He's gonna come away with it. Out to Paxton. Paxton's gonna pass it right to a West St. Paul defender. Scott's gonna pinch. He's gonna get toe dragged around. Braun there to save it. Braun's gonna wheel around. Tries to pass up to Paxton. Braun needs to get back into position now. Brendan's gonna pass it around. Dean's gonna keep it going. Dean's gonna dump it in, and we're gonna have fresh legs out here. Johansson's pressuring. Johansson dumps it in, and we're gonna have a whistle here. All right, Johansson's going to win it to Dietrich back to B. Nash. We're going to have a shot on that. Shot right into a West St. Paul player. West St. Paul to the center. Then we're going to have Morgan pass it right to West St. Paul, and we're going to have offsides here. Alrighty, we're gonna have West St. Paul's gonna win the draw.
Blanket.
What else?
Blanket.
Okay, one sec. Oh, you can't stand. You can't sit there. We're gonna have no ice here. Oh, so you want to do? B. Nash is going to pass over to Crouch. Crouch is going to try and center it. B. Nash is going to try and get it. We got a save here by the West St. Paul goaltender. Bartleson wins it over to Anderson. Anderson's gonna go around. He's gonna get checked. Anderson's gonna send it up to Scott. Scott's gonna rip one right into a West St. Paul defender. Bartleson's gonna recover it. Paxton's gonna win the race to the puck. And West St. Paul's gonna come away with it cleanly. West St. Paul beat Dusty. Dusty's gotta hustle back here, and he passes it right on out of the zone. Dean's gonna recover the puck. He's gonna skate with it. Dean's gonna get the puck stolen from him. Bartleson is going to lose. Bartleson's gonna send it up to Scott. Scott's gonna take a shot on the ice, looking for a tip there, I think. Scott's gonna have his shot blocked by the West St. Paul defender. Paxton's gonna go in there. Scott's gonna get back up to Scott's. Another block by the West St. Paul defender. Out. Scott's gonna keep it in the zone. We're gonna have a penalty here. Alright, we're gonna have a penalty here on West St. Paul. We're gonna have 5 on 4 for a minute 30 here. Number 13 on West St. Paul is the one with the penalty. Alrighty. Eagan's going to win the draw. Intercepted by 44 in West St. Paul. 44 is going to try and skate around B-Nash. B-Nash is going to have a nice stop there. Johansson's going to get out of the zone. We're going to have a one-on-one with Croucher. One-on-two. And nice stop by the West St. Paul goaltender here. Croucher's going to center it up to B-Nash. B-Nash is going to rip it. Nice shot on net. D-Rich is going to have it. Alright, Diedrich is going to come in. He's going to rip it. He's going to miss the net. Pinching hard. Puck barely sneaks out of zone. Uh, 29, Eagan V-Nash. He's going to throw it over to Diedrich. Diedrich is going to not be able to hold on to the puck, and we're going to have them try to dump it out of the zone. Scott's on the ice. Johansson. West St. Paul, nice save by Tony. That can't happen on our power play here. West St. Paul is going to control it down in there. We're going to have full, whatever it's called, full strength here for West St. Paul. West St. Paul. West St. Paul. Should have been offsides there. West St. Paul's doing a nice shot. Nice save by Tonio. Egan's going to pass it around. Paxton's going to skate it up. Should really pass it up to Bartleson there. And we're going to have an icing here. Morgan up to Diedrich. We're going to chip it out. Charlie's going to lose the puck race, but get hustle there. Charlie tries to center it. Intercepted by the West St. Paul defense. B-Nash is going to hustle back for it. He should probably pass it up to Morgan there. But instead he's going to try and hit Diedrich straight to a West St. Paul defender, and we're going to have an offsides call here. Bartleson's going to win it over to Anderson. Anderson's going to pass it back to Scott. Scott's going to dump it into Anderson. Anderson's going to get angled there. West St. Paul's going to come away with the puck. Dusty and Scott back checking. Dusty's going to make a kid fall there, I think. They're going to trip Dusty up there. Yeah, a flop there by Dustin. Paxton's going to try and send it to Bartleson. Bartleson's going to pass it back to Scott. They're going to go D to D over to Braun. Braun's going to center it to Bartleson. Bartleson's going to power turn there. Whatever it's called. I'm a goalie here, guys, so I don't know really what I'm talking about. Scott's going to pinch up there. It's going to come out of the zone. Dean's going to skate it in. He's got to take it. He's going to dump it in. Probably go get a change. Yep, he's going to go get a change. A little less than a minute left to play in this period here. They're going to, West St. Paul's going to try and ice it. It's going to dump it in his own intercept intercepted by the West St. Paul defender. Croucher's going to try and stop it. Then Braun's there. Braun's going to try and get it in. He kind of passes it up to Croucher. Croucher and Johansson. Johansson loses it. Nice save by Tonio there. Braun's going to come up with the puck, and that's going to be the end of this period.
Is it hot right now?
Yeah.
Just turn it off there.
Don't mess with it.
Okay, Javier, live mic. Live mic. We'll get your commentary on the goalie here. All right, 13:41 left in the second period. 0-0.
Good shot, Antonio!
Dawson will take the face off. Braun's got it back behind our own net. Dusty battling back and forth. Up to Pax. Back to Dusty. We're on the back of our net with some pressure. Bartleson brings it up center ice. Oh, tries to pass the head to Dean, but gets away from him for icing. Should we do an in-game interview here with Jackson Bartleson and Alex Diedrich? How'd hockey go this weekend, boys? Good. It's all they say. It's all they say. Good. All right, we got Simon on the face-off. 0-0 with 13 minutes left in the second period. Charlie brings it up center ice. He's got Krauscher. Oh, gets taken down from behind. That'll be a penalty on West St. Paul. Antonio tried to get off the ice for the extra man, but West St. Paul corrals it. So we'll have a little one-man advantage here for the power play. Good heads-up play by Antonio to try getting off the ice. Dusty takes a shot from the point. West St. Paul brings it up near center ice. Knocked away by Simon. Back to West St. Paul. Good hustle by Charlie from behind. West St. Paul's got it back in their own defensive zone. Krauscher brings it up to center ice. Connor's got a head of steam, 3-on-2. Connor takes a shot from the right side off the goalie's pad. Charlie with a crack. Now West St. Paul's got it behind. Okay, now Simon takes it away. Takes a shot. Another stop by the goalie. Simon kicks it over to Dusty. Dusty gets into a bit of a collision there with the West St. Paul number 8. Here comes West St. Paul 3-on-2, gets knocked away. Nice play by Brennan. And icing on Eagan. All right, Dawson will take the face off here against his opponent, who's about a foot taller than him. James Morgan hits it up into the West St. Paul zone, now back and forth for a minute. Dawson hustles to the corner. Got some help from Pax. Pax with a nice pass out front. Oh, I think that was Dean. Couldn't quite knock it in. Okay, everyone gets back. Brennan knocks it up into West St. Paul's zone. Now West St. Paul comes back with a head of steam. 3-on-3. Takes a shot off Tonio's pad. Back and forth battle here. James did a good job knocking it away. Dawson's in the mix. Morgan brings it up the far side. Now back in front, just actually behind Egan's goal. Dawson knocks it over to Pax. Pax off the boards. Here comes Dawson with a head of steam. Back and forth battle. Dawson puts a shot on goal. Goalie corrals it. 10:36 left in the second period. I think Egan's got, 7 or 8 shots on goal to West St. Paul's 4. Braun knocks it off the boards. A little back and forth here in the West St. Paul zone. James Morgan hustles back for it. Dusty Braun hustles back. Icing on West St. Paul. Never updated the period. Tonio with a nice stop. 10:06 left in the period. 0-0 game. Pretty good back and forth battle here. Simon's got it behind. Knocks it over to Connor Krauscher. Connor's bringing it up without a steam. Passes over towards Charlie. West St. Paul takes it away at center ice. Good back and forth here. Dusty brings it up the near side, excuse me. West St. Paul in control here. Simon does a good job trying to knock it away. West St. Paul takes a shot wide right. Eagan brings it out of his own. Here comes Connor. Two on two. West St. Paul brings it into the zone. Oh. Shot over Tonio's right shoulder, sneaks in. 1-0 lead for West St. Paul. Dawson takes the face-off for Eagan. Here comes Beanash. Puts it into the West St. Paul zone. Now Whittickey's got it behind the net. Over to Dean. Dean gets a nice pass to Dawson. Dawson over to Pax. Morgan takes a shot wide left. Beanash sent that one into the zone a little too quick. We have a couple guys offsides. Braun chases back behind the Eagan net. Over to Simon. Simon brings it up into the West St. Paul zone with Diedrich behind. Rauscher hanging out in front of the net here, trying to get a crack at it. Dusty takes away at center ice. Now West St. Paul's got it. Dusty and Brennan give chase. Back deep in the Eagan zone. Pass around to Simon, taken away by West St. Paul. Shot wide right. Connor brings it up the near side. Connor with a nice pass over, touch Charlie Diedrich. Charlie up ahead to Simon. Good job by Dean keeping it in the zone. Here comes Dusty. Can't quite get a shot off, but it's back behind the net. Dean takes it away. Nice move. Let's get a shot. Oh! Put a good shot on the goalie. Nice stop by West St. Paul. Loose puck was sitting out in front, but nobody there to help. Dawson tried to avoid the icing there, but we had a couple guys, offsides. We had a couple guys offsides. Dawson puts the face-off into the zone. A couple guys give chase. Oh, we got a breakaway chance for West St. Paul here, one-on-one. Misses wide. That was a really good chance for West St. Paul, but shot was pretty wide. Dawson taps it over to Beanash. That was an obvious trip missed by obvious tripping call missed by the ref, and then Max went back for some retaliation and got caught. So Beanash will be in the penalty box. Eagan needs a wake-up call here. Let's go, boys. Simon takes the face off. Playing down one man here. Icing on West St. Paul. Eagan has Krauscher, Braun, Johansson, and Scott on the ice for the West St. Paul power play. Simon does a good job of kicking it back to Brennan, then back ahead. Krauscher brings it into the zone to Simon. West St. Paul brings it up to center ice. Dusty takes it away. Back to Krauscher. Krauscher brings it in the zone with Johansson flanked to his right. Connor, good individual effort to try to make something happen here. Got a couple cracks at it, but good job by the West St. Paul goalie. 1-on-2, knocked away by Braun. And that'll be offsides on West St. Paul. 39 seconds left in the power play for West St. Paul. 4:46 left in the second period. 1-0 lead West St. Paul. West St. Paul falls down on the near side. Dawson takes it away into the zone, taking it away back and forth here. Dawson brings it back in. He's got Diedrich to his left and Morgan right behind him. Puts a shot on goal, knocked behind the West St. Paul goal. Good job by Morgan keeping the zone. Diedrich gives chase. We're back to full strength here. Eagan has 9 shots on goal to West St. Paul's 8. Eagan does a good job getting it back. Dawson bangs it off the boards, takes it back into the zone, gets taken out from behind, and that'll be a penalty. Good heads up play by Tonio getting off the ice, but Eagan will have our first power play. Sorry, our second power play. Forgot there was a tripping earlier. So number 8 will go into the box for 90 seconds. 3:35 left in the second. Good time for Eagan to tie it up here. Braun from the point, takes a shot. On the rebound, Dean took a crack at it. Brennan knocks it back in, over to Pax. Paxton gets, I think, tripped. I couldn't see it very good in the corner there. Another penalty on West St. Paul. We're getting some chances here. All right, now there'll be 5-on-3. Eagan needs to find a goal here. West St. Paul brings it up into the zone, back behind Tonio in the Eagan goal. Krauscher kicks it over to B-Nash. B-Nash brings it up with Charlie off to his right. Puck slow rolls all the way towards Tonio, knocked away. Here comes Diedrich into the zone with a head of steam. He's got Connor off to his right. Oh, nice snag by the West St. Paul goalie. All right, so Eagan still got 5-on-3 for another 21 seconds. They have an extra man on the ice. Yeah, it should be 5-on-3 for another 21 seconds, and then 5-on-4 for another 48 seconds. Brennan takes a shot from the point. Another stop by the West St. Paul goalie. He's having a good game so far. Time to get one by him. 2:20 left in the second. 1-0 lead for West St. Paul. Dawson's got it. Just inside the zone. Over to Dean. Dean knocks it away. Dawson's got it behind the West St. Paul net. West St. Paul is doing a good job hustling around with only 3 or 4 guys. Now they've got a one-on-one with Braun back. Antonio knocks it away. Dean's got the puck behind our own net. Over to Pax. Dawson gives chase. Knocked away by West St. Paul. Dawson's got it behind their goal. Gets it over to Dean. Dean back to Dawson. West St. Paul takes it away. West St. Paul up to center ice. Brennan knocks it away. Good stop by Tonio. 1:08 left in the second. And I believe Simon will be taking the face-off for Eagan. Shout out to Pat Lawrence listening from the confines of his basement. Krauscher brings them to the zone. It's kind of a tight offsides call there. All right, Johansson, Diedrich, Krauscher, Morgan, and Benash on the ice for Eagan. Benash battles against the boards with Charlie. Connor gets engaged here. Little back and forth. That'll be icing on West St. Paul with 44.9 seconds left in the second. Hopefully nobody watched the Vikings game today. It was not good. 8 false starts or something like that. Eagan takes a shot off the goalie's pad. Back and forth here. Pressure applied by Connor. Nice job by Charlie back checking and taking it away. Charlie gets it up ahead to Dean over to Connor. Connor still got it in the corner. Sorry, that was Simon to Connor. Connor gets it back over behind the West St. Paul net. Nice job chasing by Simon. Man. The West St. Paul goalie is playing really well. And I think one of these bounces has to go our way at some point. Eagan's still taking more shots. Just haven't gotten anything by him. One 1-0 lead for West St. Paul at the end of 2. Time for a big third period for the Wildcats. Coach Sean Scott needs to get them fired up over there. Not enough energy for our first game. Time to crank it up. Good time to finish strong right here. Dawson will take the face-off against number 8 from West St. Paul. You got Brennan and Dusty back on D. Dean and can't see the far side, but I think that's still Pax. Dean and Pax on the wings. Dawson brings it up to center ice. Takes a shot. Oh. Ends up loose in front of the goalie, but he's able to corral it before Dawson follows his own shot. Brennan's got it back on the Eagan side. Up ahead to Dean. Dean with a nice move. Gets into the zone with Dawson giving chase. Dawson puts a pass out front to Pax. Doesn't quite get to him. Looks like Dean Dawson back and forth behind their net. West St. Paul gets it up ahead. Uh-oh. Nobody back for Eagan. Dawson gives chase. Another shot wide right. Man, we had no defense back on that one. Good stop by Tonio. Tonio's played well here. Deserves his team to find him a goal or two. Well, hi, Jackson. Jackson's all smiles. He thinks Eagan's going to score here. Jackson's always all smiles. Oh, Charlie gives chase. Almost got a breakaway chance. Offsides on West St. Paul, which actually was a bad thing for Eagan. We had Connor and Charlie with head of steam that I think would have been maybe 2-on-0 on the breakaway, but just offsides on West St. Paul. West St. Paul brings it into the Eagan zone. 1-on-2 for West St. Paul. Beanash is back. Tonio corrals it. 12:20 left in the third. 13-10. Shots on goal advantage for Eagan. But a 1-0 lead for West St. Paul. What was that, tripping? Holding? Holding call on James Morgan. I couldn't see very well in the corner, but he'll go into the box for 90 seconds. Simon takes the face off. Here comes Charlie with a head of steam. Turns around. Nice try for a pass into Brennan. Got Simon and Dusty back here. Nice pass by Brennan over to Simon. Simon takes a shot that lands in the goalie's stomach. Brennan keeps in the zone, battling with Simon just behind him. Charlie takes it away. Back and forth here. Simon kicks it over to Dusty. Taken away by West St. Paul. Brennan knocks it away. Charlie's flying around here. Back and forth at center ice. Here comes West St. Paul, bringing it into the zone. off Tonio's pad. Eagan sends it up for an icing. Dawson takes the face off here. 9 seconds left in the penalty. Here comes James now, back to full strength. Offsides on West St. Paul. We've got Bartleson, Aronson, Benash, Whittaky, and Morgan on the ice. Good job by Benash helping knock that away in front of Tonio. West St. Paul's actually applying the most pressure they have the whole game. Benash and Bartleson battling with two of the trees in the corner here from West St. Paul. A pretty big team. Pack's trying to bring it up center ice. Dawson takes it away from. How the? Not sure how that's not called, but it wasn't. Dawson brings it up with Dean to his left. Pax to his right. Back and forth battle behind the West St. Paul net here. West St. Paul brings it back up. We've got Benash and Braun back. Max takes it away. Dawson chops it up against the boards in the corner. Now West St. Paul's got it back on the point. Shot knocked away to Tonio's left. Dusty gets tripped. They got that one right. .8:53 left in the third. Eagan on the power play for the next 90 seconds. Krauscher's got it in the corner. Passes out in front. Oh! Charlie was there, but the goalie did do a good job of knocking that away. Brennan sends a shot up off the goalie's stick. Nice hustle by Connor, knocked away. Connor takes a shot. Eagan applying some good pressure here. Nice pass by Brennan up to Simon. Dusty takes a ripper. There's a lot of loose pick pucks in front of their goalie, and he is stopping them. Johansson takes the face off. Krauscher's got the puck in the far corner behind. Connor with a good pass out front. We've had some good chances and loose pucks out front, just haven't gotten one in yet. penalty on Diedrich there, kind of, I think, after the play was stopped. So now we've got 4-on-4 for the next 35 seconds. And then West St. Paul will be on the power play for another 55 seconds. Dawson knocks it away. He's got it back behind the net. Dawson brings it up with a head of steam. Weaves through some traffic. Still battling. Gets taken away by West St. Paul. Coming back up, we've got B. Nash and James Morgan back. Offsides on West St. Paul. Doss takes the face-off over to Aronson. Dean brings it up. Another penalty on West St. Paul. Tripping. Okay, back to 4-on-4 hockey here. West St. Paul almost sent an extra guy out, but did not. Dawson gives chase. Dawson passes it back to Braun. Braun takes a shot. Oh! Tip by Dean, but goalie may have surprised himself stopping that one. Another good play, another good stop though. Eagan's going to switch out a couple guys. We got Simon on the face-off. Connor Crocher flanked to his left with Braun and Scott back on D. Should be icing on West St. Paul. It is. 6:49 left in the third. 1-0 lead for West St. Paul. We have, let's see, Charlie has 22 seconds left in the penalty box, and West St. Paul number 6 has 55 seconds left in the box. Simon coming back to take the face-off here. Same lineup in for Eagan. Dusty knocks it around behind the net. That's so bad. West St. Paul had hit it into the Eagan zone, and they called offsides on Eagan, which should not have been offsides. Simon takes a shot. Oh, knocked down by Connor. Trying to chip it. Simon's got it again. Pass into Connor. Connor back to Dusty. Dusty knocks it around back over to Simon. Simon passes it out front. We had a pretty open look at the net there and just couldn't put it in. Brennan back. Nice job. Nice job by Brennan knocking it away. Good stop by Tonio. Dusty kicks it away with no stick. Good hustle play. Pax brings it up the far side. Knocked back into the West St. Paul zone. James Morgan sends a nice pass over to Dean. Pax has it behind Dean. Now Dean has it again. Off the boards. Back and forth. Now Dawson corrals it. Takes it back near the Eagan net. Brings it up with a head of steam. Passes it off the far side. Dawson's got it again. A lot of traffic over there. 3-on-3 against the boards. Here comes Pax into the zone. Now Dean's got it. We need to put some pressure on and get a couple shots here. Let's go, boys. Icing on West St. Paul. Kevin Braun is not happy with the current effort. Let's go. Let's go, Kevin. Or he's not happy with the refs, I should say. Kevin, you should be reffing. Let's go. Okay, West St. Paul brings it up to center ice. Taken away by Brennan. West St. Paul chips it up ahead in the zone. Now Charlie back at center ice. Go back and forth. Brennan doing a good job again of knocking it away. Brennan knocks it away again. Now Dusty gives chase. Great job by Tonio with a couple stops in front of the Eagan net. Now Charlie coming up with a head of steam. Oh! Charlie with a nice individual effort there. Takes a shot wide right. Eagan still got it out front. Is that a trip and a check?
What?
Is that a trip and a check?
I don't really know.
I think it was all the above.
That's all the above. That's double 90.
90 seconds in the box for number 67. Thank you to my counterpart, Kevin, here.
That's not good.
Well, we'll give him 67. Number 6.
6. Hey, I was close.
Dawson takes the face-off here. 3:05 left in the third. Dawson chips it over to Dean. Nice job by James Morgan keeping it in. Oh, now it's knocked back out by West St. Paul. Here comes Bean Ash with the head of steam into the zone.
That was offsides.
All right, we got Bean Ash and James Morgan back. Dean, Dawson, and Pax on offense. Dawson takes a shot out front. Pax gives chase. Dawson's got it again behind the net. Dawson with the pass to Dean. Scores. One to one with 2:31 left. Now we got to keep going. Dean. I think Dawson passed it to Dean there. Simon takes the face off. Now it's about to get real physical. Connor brings into the zone with Charlie off to his right. Dusty and Brennan back. Brennan passes it up ahead. West St. Paul back and forth still in this Eagan zone here. Taken away by Brennan again. Connor gets tripped. There's been a lot of tripping going on. After the play, the same ref calls another penalty on Diedrich. Well, there was a penalty on West St. Paul first, so there needs to be one person from each team in the box. Right now they've got just Diedrich in the box. Refs seem to have let this one get away from them a little bit. Nobody seems to know what's going on. There's a minute 50 left. It's 1-1 game. Eagan has 17 shots to West St. Paul's 13. Simon's taking the face off. We got Krauscher with Beanash and Morgan back. Four on four here. 2 on 2. Woo! West St. Paul shot it off the top of the net. Crossbar. Dawson's in now with Morgan, Beanash, and Krauscher. Minute 18 left. Krauscher on a breakaway. Glove save by the West St. Paul goalie. 1:12 left. 1-1 game. Dawson will take the face-off with Dean, Dusty, and Brennan out with him. Each team has someone in the penalty box for another 52 seconds. Dean gives chase. Dawson takes it away, knocks it away. Dawson's got it. Back and forth. Dean's got it. Now West St. Paul comes up to center ice with the head of steam with Dawson giving chase. Brennan back on D. Good job cutting him off. A shot from way outside sneaks by Antonio for a 2-1 lead. What are you doing? Still 29 seconds left on the penalties. Dusty brings it up with the head of steam. Puck's around behind the West St. Paul net. Net gets knocked out of place. 36 seconds left in the game. 2-1 lead for West St. Paul. Dawson takes a shot from the point. Stopped by the West St. Paul goalie. Be another face-off here. Got Brennan and Dusty back on D. Simon, Dawson, and Connor on offense. Back to Dawson again. Back to Brennan. Dusty brings it back into the zone. The head of steam. Ooh, good low hard shot, but stopped by the West St. Paul goalie. All right, back to full strength here, and we've pulled the goalie a little bit ago. Now we got 6-on-5 skaters.